Today I'll be reviewing the IBM Data Analyst Professional Certificate. Most people are just talking about the Google certificate, but that one has a lot of flaws. It does not teach you all the necessary skills, it is very slow, and I've realized that it's not the best option for everyone. If you're a beginner looking to break into data analytics, then whether this is your first course or you've already taken the Google certificate, the IBM certificate can help you succeed. I'm going to go through everything you need to know about this certificate, break down exactly what you're going to learn, and how it can help you, as well as talk about the pros and cons. I'm also going to compare this one with other alternatives to make sure that it's the best one for you. So let's get started. This one is offered on Coursera by IBM, focusing on basic skills in data analytics. It is a beginner level course available in English and 17 other different languages. It is expected to take learners 4 months with less than 10 hours of study per week, but in reality I've often seen people take these courses in half the time. That is also my own experience, and the schedule is completely flexible, learn whenever you have the time for it. The purpose of a professional certificate is to prepare beginners for a career as a data analyst. It is one of the few data roles you can land without a degree and without any experience, because you'll gain these in-demand skills and hands-on experience to, get job ready in as little as 4 months. At least that's the point. No prior experience required, they say. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about this later, because I do have some doubts about this, whether you can actually get a job with this course alone or if you need some additional, studying. The cost of the certificate is roughly $50 per month through the Coursera subscription, but the price will vary depending on your location, and they also offer the course for free for those who need it through their financial aid program, which I think is great. They also have a 7-day free trial, so you don't really need to risk anything. That's what I like so much about Coursera and why I make a lot of videos about these courses. They make learning accessible to all. Boot camps are usually thousands of dollars, or at least thousands of dollars, and college can easily be tens of thousands. No, I'm not trying to make this sound equivalent to a college degree or a boot camp, especially a degree that takes years of hard work and studying. This is just a few months or even weeks if you do it quickly. But what I do like is that they teach you exactly what you need to get a job without a lot of the fluff and the wasted time that other places usually have. So even though it's pretty short, it is also very effective compared to other options. So let's check out what you're going to learn in this course. Some of the key skills listed for this one are data science, spreadsheets, data analysis, Python, Excel, Cognos, dashboarding, SQL, NumPy, Pandas, data visualization, and pivot tables. And the key thing here is to help you master the in-demand skills and tools for data analysts. But let's take a look at the courses more in depth. For the first course, it is a basic introduction to data analytics of about 10 hours. Then you'll get into Microsoft Excel and learn the basics while also learning some data analysis. Next, data visualization and dashboards with Excel and Cognos. Now, course 4 is all about Python, which is the most popular programming language out there right now, at least for this purpose, and which you'll learn for data science, AI, and development. After that, you'll build a Python project yourself under their guidance, of course, and then course 6 is about databases and SQL for data science with Python. Databases are a way to store data, and SQL is a query language used to manage and work with these databases, or at least some of them, the relational ones. Next, data analysis with Python, and then we've got another course about data visualization, specifically with Python as well. Finally, but not least, a capstone project which will help you prepare for entry-level roles as a data analyst. It's also really good to have a capstone project which you can present to employers, because you'll go through all the stages of the data analytics lifecycle and learn a ton as you do so. Also, I should mention that after completing all of the courses, you'll receive a final IBM Data Analyst certificate, which looks like this. You can print this out, add it to your LinkedIn, or just show it to future employers, however you want to do so. Personally, I think it's mainly something nice to have to remind yourself of all the hard work you've done, and it's also really easy to forget how far you've come after you're already, getting there. So what are some of the jobs that you can get in data analytics by enrolling in this course? Well, surprisingly, you can become a data analyst with an average salary of around $74,000 per year. You can also climb up the career ladder and make well over 6 figures as a senior data analyst, and at the top companies and the top roles, you'll make way more money than that. But don't forget all the other roles. You can also become a business analyst, marketing analyst, operations analyst, HR analyst, and so much more. There are a ton of opportunities in analytics, and if you decide to go even further into data science, you can make around $120,000 per year as a data scientist. Now, these roles are a little bit more technical, but there are many interesting jobs available in data science as well. Honestly though, the competition is going to be fierce for entry-level jobs. As with many industries right now, I don't think anybody's surprised, but once you do get some experience, it becomes a lot easier and just easier as you go along. So even though it's very challenging in the beginning and it's very competitive, it's all about sticking around, and eventually it will get better. Next, I'll be comparing this one to the Google Data Analytics Certificate, and before we get into the pros and cons. So I've personally taken the entire Google Data Analytics Certificate, and I think that one is, generally speaking, higher quality than the IBM. Now, I'm not saying that the exercises are better or that the videos and content, are necessarily better, but they do feel a little bit more polished. That doesn't mean that the actual teaching material is better itself. I know that some prefer IBM's approach, which is less about beautiful presentations and more about just throwing out the technical stuff right away. Google is also considered a bit more beginner-friendly, and it is longer with 6 months instead of 4 months. Now, I actually think that Google wastes a lot of time in their course. That can also be nice to give beginners kind of a gentle introduction, but they are spending a ton of time on useless things, which is something I haven't seen with the IBM course as much. They are way more efficient in their program, in my opinion. IBM also teaches Python, the programming language, instead of R, which is in the Google course. I think Python is a better option for beginners, as it's more versatile and you can do more things with it in general, even outside of data science. So that's a huge plus for taking IBM over Google's course. I really don't know why they're teaching R. It is a very useful language. There are many jobs, but in general, Python is more versatile and useful for beginners. Now, I'll start with the things I like about this certificate as well as my concerns. So both IBM and Coursera are well known and reputable. There's no problems about that. It is real-world focus, offers a lot of practical assignments, and a pretty broad introduction to various areas of data analytics. I also love Coursera. The price is fair with financial aid for those who need it. Now, what I'm concerned about is the lack of support. Other than the few discussion threads with other learners, you're kind of on your own. Now, perhaps that isn't so surprising due to the platform and the low cost, but I just wanted to mention it. And also, when it comes to the content itself, you will learn most of the key data analytics skills, but it does kind of lack in data visualization. There is no Power BI or Tableau in this course. They do offer a little bit of Cognos, just a few hours, but that's it, which is like another BI tool by IBM. So some of these visualization tools may have to be learned on the side, but that's not a major problem, to be honest. And I just want to emphasize that further specialization is probably needed. It's not likely going to bring you straight to a job as they claim, but if you do start to build a portfolio, do projects, and keep practicing, I think it can definitely help you get far. For beginners, I think it is a real option and offers some advantages over the Google course as well. Just try it out and see for yourself what you think about the format. You really have nothing to lose. I'll leave a link to the free trial in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.